Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I take this standard curly unit and add these beautiful chunky highlights. So if you want to see more, keep watching. So the unit I'm going to be working with today is from Unice Hair. This is their curly unit. It is a 13x6 lace closure. Yeah, it just comes in your standard off black 1B color. The knots were slightly bleached, but nothing too major. So achieving these highlights was a lot easier than I anticipated. A day prior to bleaching my wig, I went throughout the wig and I just pulled out random sections of the hair for my highlights and I put them in twists, and the twists are the pieces that I'm going to bleach. So yeah, you just go throughout and pick out random pieces, twist the hair up, and make sure that you kind of scatter the pieces so that once you bleach it, you know, all the colored pieces won't fall on top of each other and they'll be dispersed throughout the hair. I did want like my middle section with that really dramatic highlighted bleached area, so I did part 2 sections in the front for sure, and then the rest of them I just went throughout my head and, you know, grab pieces, and I tried to make it as symmetrical as possible. And so I'm using bettyou bleaching powder with 40 volume developer, and I also have some foil pieces set up. And so now we're just going to get to bleaching. I'm just going to unravel that first twist in the front, and I'm going to take my mixture with an applicator brush and just apply it onto that section. So I'm starting with the front first because I want my front to be lighter than the back. So if you want your highlights to be more noticeable, definitely start with the front because that's the hair that's going to be bleaching the longest. So I started with those 2 pieces in the front, which are going to be like my highlights that fall in my face. So I'm starting with those first, and I'm just running the product through the hair, and then I'm going to wrap it in foil. Now I started off moving kind of slowly, but since I use 40 volume developer, it started to process really fast. So I recommend using 30 volume developer, or you're gonna just have to move really fast. Yeah, if you use a high volume developer and you move too slow, you run the risk of over processing the hair, and if you over process the hair, it's gonna be brittle and crunchy and just damaged looking. So just keep that in mind. And so yeah, now I'm just going to continue this process with the regular twist, and I kind of work back and forth. So I'll do a couple of twists on one side and then I'll go to the other side to do a few twists, and that's just so I can keep the processing time kind of symmetrical so that, you know, all the common areas are being bleached and processed for the same amount, because you don't want like your left side to be super light and then your right side to be darker. So yeah, I recommend going back and forth, switching between sides. So I'm not gonna lie, this process can get a bit messy. As you guys can see, like I have bleaching residue all on the other parts of the hair that's not supposed to be bleached, but in the end it's okay as long as you're not like completely saturating the rest of the hair. It should be fine. But yeah, it is a messy process. And so now I'm just going through the wig to make sure I didn't forget about any twists and that I got all the pieces that were supposed to be colored. I want to say I had about 20 twists that I bleached. It might be a little less, it might be a little more, but it was around that range. And everything looks good, so I'm just going to flip the wig over and use the remaining of my bleach to bleach the knots on this frontal. And yeah, the whole process, well, I let it process for about an hour. That includes adding the bleach and just letting it sit for a little bit. So everything was about an hour, and then I rinsed it out using purple shampoo. I deep conditioned it overnight, and that was it. I love the way that this color came out. I will have a separate video showing you guys how I install it and giving you guys the rest of the details about this hair, but that is going to be it for this coloring video. So I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.